What is going on, guys? It's your boy Yaz. We are back here with another video for you guys. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day so far. And shout out to my boy Boyo on here. He was the first to get the Datamines on this, but we're going to quickly chat about the restrictions here with regards to the Mighty Tower that is taking place next week here. So let's quickly dive into the Datamines. Okay, so as you guys can see here, these are the 5 different node restrictions you would need, and we didn't see anything in the first node because I believe that's just going to be a freebie. It's going to be, you can use whoever, so that's kind of nice there that they left that open. And then the second node is going to require a global section, which is also fairly reasonable. If you guys have built up Brimstone, if you guys have your Winter Guard, this will be a good one to utilize those guys. Node 3 will also be, it looks like it's going to be a Hero Cosmic. So this will also be interesting because, yeah, we do have lots of Hero Cosmics, right? So this will be also a good section, I guess, for your Fantastic Four, as well as if you have, I believe it's also like the Starjammers. Starjammers would be a good choice as well here if you have them built. Node 4 is going to do mutants. That's a very nice, broad category. Lots of different mutants. And, pretty much you can utilize your best buddies here. You can use Immortal. You can utilize, Extreme. Exalted, right? Obviously, when we do get Storm Unlocked, we'll have her as well here on here. She's a mutant. Also doesn't look like it's going to be restricted to legendaries, so we can take advantage of Old Man Logan, Apocalypse. Lots of choices here. It's going to be great. Node number 5 is going to be the City Hero. So the one that I can think of right now, right off the... Oh, sorry, excuse me. Let's see. City, Global Hero, non-mythic Global Hero, or City Hero. Okay, so I guess, yeah, you have some choices here. You can use Brimstone. You could use Vigilantes. You could use a whole bunch of different characters here. I think this one's going to be quite nice because it is later on in the stages as well. So I'm kind of thinking it's going to be a little more difficult as well. But we'll see how it goes here when the unlock does take place. And last and finally, the last node is going to require Villain Mutant. So yeah, that's going to be a little more interesting because we don't have as much villain mutants as just the broad category mutants, but still quite a few we can take advantage of. And let's quickly dive in and have a look at the end game characters here. I was having a brain fart. I completely forgot about which ones we can take here, but yeah, Winter Guard would be a nice choice as well here with Omega Red. There's Dakin if people would have built him up either through Best Buddies or just through the event himself. We've also got Shadow King, Sebastian Shaw, one of my personal favorites, Azazel, Emma. Yeah, lots to pick here. And basically, if you built up some of these guys for your raid teams, I think they will be a very viable team here. So it's looking like the first 6 nodes will be fairly straightforward, at least for week 1. So that's kind of nice there. And again, like I already said, with Cosmic, we can go with our Fantastic Four. But if you don't use, let's actually just click on heroes here. We can use our Quasar as well. So that'll be nice for people that have him. And of course, his Sagas is going on right now too. So that's great. Kahori. We've got, if people built up Astro, you may be able to use Doctor Strange. There's also the Starjammers. Oh, that's interesting. I did not realize Void Knight was a hero. But hey, that's cool. That's cool. We can use him there. So should be very good. And then, yeah, let's go into, let's just do City Hero as well here. And I think most people are going to have the Vigilantes. But again, you can also take advantage of the fact that there's also some of the Spiders. There's also Blade and Oath. I guess there's Miss Marvel as well if you've built up the champions. Ghost Rider. So lots of different options here. They're keeping it very open. And Spider-Man, Immortal Weapons, I guess. Or actually, I'm only seeing Iron Fist here. But yeah, lots of different options here. Lots of great choices. We will have to see here. Oh, and I guess Night Thrasher is a hero too. So if you have him built up, that will also be good. Okay, so as you guys can kind of see here, week 2 will be a little bit more interesting because we've got the first 3 ones. The first 3 aren't too bad. They've got the X-Men for Node 7, which will be fine because we're also using X-Men for the Scourges.
Of course, as well, we have hero. This is going to be interesting as well because we've already kind of used like some of the cosmic heroes, like Fantastic Four, city heroes like the Vigilantes, and of course as well, global villain. Global villain isn't too bad either. Global villain will include characters like Orcus. There's also going to be some of the if you used Omega Red. So that I don't think will be too crazy as well here. Which is really interesting is the next three nodes. So node 10 will require the skill mystic, non-mythic. So that's a little bit more specific. So non-mythic skill ones or non-mythic mystic. So that also takes out the fact that we can't use mystic or skill. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more. It's gonna be a little bit more specific. Node 11 is also going to use non-mythic global. So non-mythic globals will mean that definitely for sure you can't use Mephisto. Also non-mythic means there's not that much, but yeah, you can't bring in some of the mythics. Node 12 is going to be non-mythic villain cosmic. This is going to be similar to kind of what we used like in Professor Xavier. There's also like the you can use annihilators, and I think for sure they're trying to push for Shadow Conclave. Shadow Conclave will also be in this category, and perhaps as well some of the accursed members, right? Because some of those guys are also kind of on this docket as well. Also, what's important to note here is this week 1 locked. This mission and above cells are only locked during they're locked during week 1, so they'll come out basically the following week afterwards. So you won't be able to access these until the following week.
Okay, so back in game here, let's quickly take a look at the Mystic roster. There's lots we can use here, and if you guys are limited by your gold or your resources, maybe try to make sure some of these Mystic characters are also going to be cosmic villains, because there's gonna be some that we can double dip here. For example, in Professor Xavier Saga, we should be able to take advantage of Null. Thanos is going to be another one, OG Thanos, especially because of the fact that he's part of the Shadow Conclave as well. There's going to be other ones like Accursed. You can also double dip there as well. And and then there's Immortal Weapons between Iron Fist and Iron Fist World War II, and of course as well Swordmaster and Steel Serpent. So I feel like maybe they were trying to give us a little bit more access. So that will be very, very nice. And let's quickly take a look at the global. So the global non-mythics, again, we won't be able to have access to Xavier, and we won't be able to use the mythic ones. I think Xavier's one of them. Kestrel is a mythic. But still lots of options. We got some Thunderbolts in here. We've got Brimstone. We won't be able to use... I don't believe we can use... Can we use Galactic Council here? Oh, no, I think Quasar should be under here too, right? No, Quasar's Cosmic Max. My apologies. But yeah, Sebastian Shaw. We could take advantage of Emma Frost as well. She should be a good global one as well. If there's synergy there, if you've built up Sebastian Shaw for raids. Orcus is kind of an older team, so most likely not LDS or anything like that. But yeah, people can definitely take advantage of Omega Red. They'll also have Red Guardian in here, so there's some synergy as well with the Winter Guard, so that's kind of nice, especially if you need them for, if you're trying to work for your clips and you need Winter Guard and champions, that will be handy. But yeah, overall, I feel like nodes what is it, 9 to 12 should be a little bit more specific, but nonetheless still very, very doable. And for sure, a little bit more increase on the traits, but I think for the most part, if you've built up some of these characters already for other game modes, should be fairly straightforward. And honestly, just kind of plan for that now, guys. Those are the traits again, and just make sure you guys have a look at them. Again, the Mighty Tower will be joining us in game on Friday, so get that planning and put that in your docket here, and try to manage your resources. And we'll see exactly how the week unfolds here, and if we need to pivot depending on how the scourges go and how the Age of Fear starts. But other than that, guys, hopefully you guys were able to get some value out of this video, and hopefully you guys were able to learn something. I gotta probably look through it as well and see what kind of teams I want to mess around with, and of course as well we'll have to see what the waves consist of as well here. We'll pop in game later on and see if there's anything in the data mines again here to see if anything changes. But other than that, guys, I always appreciate you guys tuning in. Always appreciate your guys' time, and I will see you guys in the next one.